Hey guys, what is up? Here to review movie review for, of course, a new movie that had a very unique viral marketing campaign. It was basically a secret for a long time, but finally arrived. 10 Cloverfield Lane, directorial debut of Dan Trachtenberg. If I pronounced any of that wrong, comment below. Screenplay was written by Josh Campbell, Matthew Stukin, and Damien Chazelle. Comment below and Stukin if I pronounced that wrong. Story was written by Campbell and Stukin. Stars Mary Elizabeth Winstead, John Goodman, John Gallagher Jr., Douglas, and other people. There's even like a voice from another actor I don't want to spoil because why would I? What this movie is about is about a woman who's leaving her, who leaves like her apartment or her house or whatever the hell, and while driving she gets into a huge car accident and she's knocked unconscious. Then she wakens up and ends up chained up in a underground shelter built by this man, and he says that he rescued her and that the world has gone to hell. There's an attack. There's another person down there as well, and he tries to make the most of it. However, while she's down there, she questions him, and a lot of situations occur. I don't want to spoil it, people. I did not watch any trailers before seeing this movie, so I didn't know what to expect really going into it. Also, I know some people are saying like, oh, I think it's supposed to be like, according to producer J.J. Abrams, this is supposed to be a blood relative, spiritual successor to Cloverfield, and I did not see Cloverfield. I kind of want to because, I mean, you have a very talented crew involved in there. You know, Matt Reeves is director, Drew Goddard is a writer. I don't think it'd be that great, but maybe I would hopefully catch one day and enjoy it. I didn't know what to expect. I wasn't exactly excited for it. I mean, if there's anything that could be selling me, it's Damien Chazelle as one of the co-writers because he wrote and directed Whiplash, which I loved, and I'm so excited for La La Land. Why was it delayed to December? No more complaining about that. So yeah, maybe John Goodman was also a bit of a sell, but I mean, you can't always sell me. Sometimes people have their duds. Even the most talented people are people who really show their talent. Coming out of this movie, I loved it. I don't think it's my favorite film of the year so far. I think that still goes to Zootopia, but this is still a great movie, and definitely one of the best thrillers of the year. I actually think it's the best thriller. It is. I wouldn't call it a horror film. It has some horror elements, I guess, but if I'm going to say best horror film of the year, that's going to The Witch, without a doubt. Here's the thing I love the most about 10 Cloverfield Lane. The setting. They use an underground bunker. It's very claustrophobic, and you're cut off from the rest of the world. So yeah, and you also have and also like how it's introduced. You know, you're introduced to this. Like, you know, this setting. I mean, it's very claustrophobic, and you're very tied down. You know, there's no real place. There's no real place to be safe whenever you're around other people like this. And you're very confined, and thus you're going to be communicating with these people whether or not you want to, and whether or not you're comfortable with it. And also to do a lot of other comfortable stuff, but I'm not going to spoil that for you. I think I might actually really do a spoiler review. Sometimes I promise doing spoiler reviews. Maybe I'll actually do it for once. I don't know. We'll wait and see how it turns out, and if I have any more say anything about it. Yeah, I like the use of setting. Also, I definitely like that this movie is extremely tense. I mean, there's a lot of tension going on between these three characters, Gallagher, Winstead, Goodman. There's a lot of tension between these two, and there are times where like when you feel like these people are together in a room, or whenever like when one or two people are talking to each other, or just like basically surround or near each other, you just don't know what's happening. And sometimes whenever like a situation is going down, you're just on the edge of your seat. You just feel like, what the hell's going on? Like, is this like you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what the payoff is. I don't know how much they revealed in the trailer, but this is from what I saw. I feel like Jesus Christ. It's very unpredictable as well. One thing that really got me there is that it is very, very, very unpredictable. That's better. I can't say anything else about that other than, yeah, this movie succeeds and also really being in the unexpected, and really did deliver a lot. I mean, very suspenseful. I mean, there are times where I was just really tense, even like putting my hand in front of my face, because there are times I feel like, oh god, is there gonna be any sort of stuff like that? And involving horror elements, you can say there are a couple jump scares, but they work. They're not exactly false jump scares, and they work in the service of the story and also the atmosphere. Very good atmosphere. I mean, it's very tense, confined So you really have nowhere to run or hide. It makes it all the better. Seriously, they actually do push it pretty far for PG-13 rating. Also, the acting is great. John Goodman, man, this is probably the best I've seen from this guy. You know, when it comes to stuff I've seen from him, and it's Internship, probably my least favorite stuff I've seen from him. Also, his campaign, don't remember much of that. He was also in, I mean, he's worked with the Coen Brothers, Oh Brother Art Thou, Raising Arizona, and The Big Lebowski. My favorite comedic performance from him, Big Lebowski. He is so damn funny. This is what happens when you fuck a stranger in the ass. Oh man, he was my favorite part of that. He was the funniest part of the movie. But seeing him you really see him as, he's such a great actor here. One thing, you really see his talent pull through. Like, I mean, he can be he can just be freaking terrifying. I mean, he can just be very brutal, and he can just come off as very angry, and you're just on the edge of your seat with him. Just his facial expressions at points, and also like the way he acts, you're just thinking, is this guy going to snap or something? What the hell is he going to do? He's unpredictable. His behavior is unpredictable. You don't know if he's going to snap or not. And other times, I just didn't know how to feel about this character. You almost feel a bit conflicted on your thoughts on this character, such as, okay, he changes like a person. He has like two different personalities. He's not split personality, in case any of you want to know. No, he's not that. Sometimes he'll act brutal. He'll act like extremely hostile towards a person. Like, he'll be violent, and he'll just go after a person and like maybe like hurt them. But other times he'll be humble. He'll be nice, rational, understanding. That's really close. And he switches back between these two, and you really don't know how. You really just don't know how to feel about this guy, and that's how great his performance is. You just don't know how to feel about him, and you have to find out to the end. Mary Elizabeth Winstead, comment below. One thing I love the most about this movie is that the characters are not stupid for once. You know, like in all these kinds of horrors or thrillers, you know, usually these people make stupid decisions that make you want to scream or just leave the theater or just go into a rage. Here, these characters are smart. Winstead, what she does is that she's always questioning him. She doesn't just accept everything up front and just roll with the situation. She got there unexpectedly, and what situation she was in, she got there unexpectedly, and she doesn't exactly know. Even if some stuff is revealed to her, or, you know, if she encounters some things, there's always something that always makes you question it. There's a great sense of mystery throughout this movie because, you know, there's times you feel like, okay, this confirms certain things, but now there's something that kind of goes against it, such as, okay, maybe how about not the situation, but rather some of the people instead. Now, you know, sometimes one day you'll be questioning what exactly happened to the outside world, but also one point you're questioning what happened here, or what is happening, or is there something about a particular person that we don't know? I like these mysteries, pretty good, and yeah, they do use some jump scares, but they're not exactly ones that are just like, oh, fake outs. Nope, not really. They're all done pretty well. That bunker is pretty good, actually. I guess I could probably live there. I don't know. Fodger is pretty good, I guess. Winstead's pretty good, you know. These characters, you know, they offer up a lot more depth and personality to characters like this. Winstead, like, she's always questioning Goodman and questioning whether or not she can believe him. She's always questioning stuff because, remember, she got there unexpectedly. She didn't voluntarily go into the shelter. She got in there after a car accident. There's also some twists that are revealed that just kind of raise attention a little bit, such as okay, what's occurring next? You're always sometimes questioning, so there's also a sense of mystery, and I think it works pretty well. John Gallagher Jr., they do try giving a backstory, and he's fine. He's not the best character, but, you know, hey, I don't mind him. He's fine. He is pretty much a dimwit, but he's likable, and he's not exactly like they use his dim-witted personality or dim-witted intelligence to excuse him making stupid decisions. Not one character makes a dumb decision. Really, I gotta commend to it. Trachtenberg really does. There's also some good shots. They use the confined location very good. And they also use a lot of tense sequences. There's times where I was on the edge of my seat. Other times where I was kind of scared by jump scares. It's more horror elements than horror, in case you want to know. Like a thriller with horror elements instead of a horror or horror thriller. If that makes sense. Yeah, I really was. Yeah, it was great. Also, times it would have some humor there, and actually some of it was actually pretty funny. But also, they're pretty much ahead of the audience. Like they always manage to be one step ahead of the audience, the characters, and that's really commendable. They always come up with a way. They're very resourceful, and they try to use their environment to their advantage, or they try to make the best. They try to make the best of something, or use resources well in order to get out of a situation. Can't say much about that. Yeah, I think that's about it. Also, the last third, I can definitely see some, like, in terms of issues, there's something that does happen in the third act that I guess, could leave some people a bit pissed off, seeing that's that, the character was the main character was like, oh, rushed, or, like, it was kind of rushed or something like that. I don't know, it didn't feel rushed to me, it felt fine. The last third, I can definitely see people complain about it, saying like, oh, it feels like a completely different movie. For me, I was fine with that. It didn't feel too out of place. I mean, there are sci-fi elements here involving, like, like a disaster that hits. Like a disaster that hit. And possible post-apocalyptic future. I don't know, maybe not, but just like a disaster that hits. That can have hints of sci-fi in it. No, not post-apocalyptic. No. For me, I was fine with the ending. Winston actually turns into a bit of a badass, and there's still a lot of good suspense. If there's any complaints, maybe, they do shake the camera they do shake the camera, and at some point whenever she's ever running, and I felt like, yeah, you didn't need to do that. There's also, like, it's hard for me not to spoil this. I think I need to do some spoilers. For me, the ending, I was fine with it. I didn't have any real problems with it. I really thought hard about it. I'm being serious. I love this movie. It's just some of the best work from, I was fine with the ending. I can definitely see some people having problems with it, but for me, I was fine with it. Totally fine. This was a great thriller. I loved it. I loved John Goodman, Winstead, Gallagher Jr. Yeah, really just Winston Goodman were the best. I like the setting. Trachtenberg did such a great job. This is a great directorial debut. Seriously, I mean, Tim Miller for Deadpool, and now Trachtenberg for this. Do we have any more directorial debuts this year? Yeah. Go see it, people. This really deserves your money. It really does. It's one of my favorite movies of the year so far. From my favorite, unfortunately, but it's worth it. The best thriller of the year so far. Will it be beaten? Maybe. Maybe not. We'll wait and see. I'm going to give 10 Cloverfield Lane 5 out of 5. I know it's a bit upset, about the ending. It kind of reveals a major spoiler for Cloverfield, but I kind of forgot about that. And I didn't see Cloverfield yet, so yeah. Don't spoil me in the comments, please. I gotta watch it. And you guys, my review of 10 Cloverfield Lane. Comment below what you think about it. How would you compare this to the original Cloverfield? Is it fair to do that? And do you want to see more Cloverfield movies? Because I think Abrams said he kind of wants to do more of them. I don't know. I mean, if you can make it work, go ahead. I don't have a problem with that. Do what you do, but make it work. Do what you want to do, but make it work. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe to the channel for more videos.